Hey guys, welcome to another video. Today our topic is on the hypothalamus. We'll be covering the structure and function of the hypothalamus as well as the hypothalamus pituitary axis. So let's get started. The hypothalamus is a small but important structure located in the brain, specifically in the ventral part of the diencephalon, which is the lower part of the brain. It is located just below the thalamus and above the pituitary gland. The hypothalamus is about the size of an almond and weighs only a few grams, but it plays a crucial role in regulating many of the body's functions. It is made up of several different nuclei or clusters of cells, each with its own specific function. The hypothalamus is closely connected to other brain structures, including the pituitary gland, which sits just below it, and the limbic system, which is involved in emotions and memory. The hypothalamus also communicates with the autonomic nervous system, which controls involuntary bodily functions like heart rate and digestion. One of the key features of the hypothalamus is its ability to sense changes in the body's internal environment and respond accordingly. For example, if the body is too hot, the hypothalamus will activate sweating and other cooling mechanisms. If the body is dehydrated, the hypothalamus will trigger thirst and increase water intake. Overall, the hypothalamus is a small but mighty structure that plays a critical role in regulating many of the body's most important functions. The hypothalamus is involved in regulating a wide range of bodily functions, including appetite, thirst, sleep, body temperature, and hormone regulation. These functions are critical for maintaining homeostasis or balance in the body. Appetite regulation. The hypothalamus plays a key role in regulating appetite and satiety. It contains specialized cells called neurons that sense the levels of different hormones and nutrients in the body, and they respond by releasing appetite-stimulating or appetite-suppressing hormone to help maintain a healthy balance of food intake. Second is thirst regulation. The hypothalamus is also involved in regulating the body's water balance. It contains specialized neurons that sense the concentration of salt and other solutes in the blood, and they respond by triggering thirst or regulating the release of hormones like vasopressin to maintain a proper balance of fluids in the body. Third is sleep regulation. The hypothalamus also plays a role in regulating the circadian rhythm, the body's internal clock that helps regulate the sleep-wake cycles. It contains a group of specialized neurons that help regulate the production of the hormone melatonin, which helps control sleep patterns. Fifth is body temperature regulation. The hypothalamus is also involved in regulating body temperature. It contains specialized neurons that sense changes in the body temperature and trigger sweating or shivering to help maintain a constant internal temperature. Hormone regulation. Finally, the hypothalamus plays a crucial role in regulating hormone secretion from the pituitary gland, which controls many important bodily functions. The hypothalamus releases hormones called releasing hormones or inhibiting hormones that stimulate or inhibit the release of hormones from the pituitary gland, which in turn controls the release of hormones from other endocrine glands throughout the body. Overall, the hypothalamus is a critical regulator of many different or important bodily functions, helping to maintain homeostasis and keep the body functioning properly. The hypothalamic pituitary axis is a complex system that involves the hypothalamus and the pituitary gland, which work together to regulate hormone production and release throughout the body. The hypothalamus and pituitary gland are connected by a small stalk of tissue called the pituitary stalk. The hypothalamus secretes hormones called releasing hormones or inhibiting hormones that stimulate or inhibit the release of hormones from the pituitary gland. The pituitary gland in turn releases a variety of hormones that regulate many important bodily functions, including growth, metabolism, reproduction, and stress response. The hypothalamic pituitary axis has a cascading effect on the endocrine system, meaning that the hormones released by the pituitary gland can stimulate or inhibit the release of hormones from other endocrine glands throughout the body, such as the thyroid gland, adrenal glands, and the gonads. For example, the hypothalamus releases a hormone called thyrotropin-releasing hormone, also known as TRH. This hormone stimulates the pituitary gland to release thyroid-stimulating hormone, also known as TSH, in turn stimulating the thyroid gland to release thyroid hormones, which regulate metabolism throughout the body. Another example is the hypothalamic pituitary adrenal axis, or also known as HPA, which is involved in the body's response to stress. The hypothalamus releases a hormone called corticotropin-releasing hormone, which stimulates the pituitary gland to release adrenocorticotropic hormone, also known as ACTH. ACTH in turn stimulates the adrenal glands to release cortisol, a stress hormone that helps the body cope with stress. Overall, the hypothalamic pituitary axis plays a critical role in regulating hormone production and release throughout the body, and it has a cascading effect on many important bodily functions. The hypothalamus is a key player in the body's response to stress, which is a complex physiological and psychological reaction that helps the body cope with perceived threats. When the hypothalamus detects a stressor, it triggers a series of physiological responses that helps the body prepare to fight or flee. One of the key components of the stress response is the activation of the sympathetic nervous system, which is responsible for the fight or flight response. The sympathetic nervous system releases the hormone adrenaline, which increases heart rate, blood pressure, and respiration, and prepares the body for action. The hypothalamus also triggers the release of another stress hormone called cortisol, which is produced by the adrenal glands. Cortisol helps to mobilize energy stores, increase blood sugar levels, and suppress the immune system, all of which helps the body cope with stress. The hypothalamus releases a hormone called corticotropin-releasing hormone, which stimulates the pituitary gland to release ACTH. As I said earlier, ACTH in turn stimulates the adrenal glands to release cortisol. The hypothalamus also plays a key role in regulating the stress response over the long term. Chronic stress can lead to a condition called hypothalamic pituitary adrenal axis dysregulation, or HPA dysregulation, in which the hypothalamus and the pituitary gland become less responsive to stress, leading to decreased cortisol production and a blunting of the stress response. In summary, the hypothalamus plays a crucial role in initiating and regulating the body's response to stress, and dysregulation of the hypothalamic pituitary adrenal axis can have significant implications for physical and mental health. The hypothalamus is also involved in regulating a variety of behaviors, including feeding and sexual behavior. In particular, the hypothalamus contains specialized nuclei that are involved in regulating appetite and satiety, as well as sexual behavior and reproduction. Feeding behavior. The hypothalamus contains specialized nuclei that helps regulate appetite and satiety. One of these nuclei is the arcuate nucleus, which contains neurons that produce appetite-stimulating hormones like neuropeptide Y and appetite-suppressing hormones like pro-opiomelanocortin. These hormones help to regulate food intake and maintain a healthy balance of energy expenditure and consumption. Dysregulation of these pathways can contribute to disorders like obesity and anorexia. Second is sexual behavior. The hypothalamus also plays a key role in regulating sexual behavior and reproduction. The preoptic area of the hypothalamus contains specialized neurons that are involved in regulating sexual behavior in both males and females. For example, the preoptic area contains neurons that control the release of gonadotropin-releasing hormone, which stimulates the release of sex hormones like testosterone and estrogen. Dysregulation of these pathways can contribute to sexual dysfunction and infertility. Overall, the hypothalamus plays a critical role in regulating a variety of behaviors, including feeding and sexual behavior, and dysregulation of these pathways can have significant implications for health and well-being. By understanding the role of the hypothalamus in these behaviors, researchers and physicians can develop new interventions and treatments for disorders like obesity and sexual dysfunction.